here in the middle that gives you three scenarios essentially. Okay, so scenario one is the first three bars. That's you're in a growing economy. This is you've got the wind behind your backs pushing you forward. The economy itself, the market's up 10%. A lot of consumers are out looking for new installs, replacements, etc. Great. If you're spending, let's say 5% of your gross revenue, what we saw historically was around 34% total business growth. Okay, so this is if you take 5% of your gross revenue and you dedicate it towards marketing as a whole, as an aggregate, and you had the economy pushing you forward, you're at 34% and change. The second scenario, this is a contracting economy, right? This is you're working against the tide. You're stuck in sand here. If the economy is moving back 20%, your industry is pulling back 20%, equipment sales are down, even if you were to double your budget, you're still not going to hit where you were any year with all the wind pushing you forward. It's too much to move at one time as a single sole company. And then the last scenario is an economy that's relatively flat, 1%, probably not even keeping up with inflation, but really just at least coasting. Looking at the same spend, that marketing spend, you're still going to get some growth, but again, you're working uphill. You want to have that economy push you. So we did an analysis. This was very helpful to see internally, but what this illustrates to us is that when the economy is pulling back, it is definitely not the time to take your foot off the gas. It's the time to double down on your operational efforts. You harness every lead that comes into your platform. You double down on value add. You make sure that the consumer feels that you are the company they should be spending their money on right now, and you are the company that is going to add value and trust to what they're willing to spend. The dollar doesn't go as far, right? We know in an inflationary market, people aren't just going to willy-nilly spend their money. They're going to be more particular. They're going to want to do more research. We're seeing a contraction in paid ads being a little bit less fruitful, a little bit less demand on paid ads, leaning more into the trust and credibility, which is built through search and through legitimate authority and domain authority. So we're seeing those channels be more advantageous in a contracting or pulling back market. We have a feeling in 2025 with what we're seeing with the election and the soft, kind of the soft landing. I think we're going to be kind of the same, a flat, potentially a slight contraction year. You want to make sure that you're positioned well, you're aware of how your budget is being spent, and you're really turning inwards and saying, if I'm only going to get X amount of leads this year, how do I capitalize on every single one of them? We see through our data research that there's a lot of leads coming in that are not taken advantage of. We are not properly managing our leads, and a lot of value is lost there. So we're seeing a lot of companies really repositioning and looking at tools to improve their operations so that what is being provided to them, they can take full advantage of. To take your foot off the gas. It's the time to double down on your operational efforts. You harness every lead that comes into your platform. You double down on value add. You make sure that the consumer feels that you are the company they should be spending their money on right now, and you are the company that is going to add value and trust to what they're willing to spend. The dollar doesn't go as far, right?